Do you feel like you struggle to talk to people? Do you find yourself unsure of what to say or wondering how you can make a good impression? Many of us have conversations with strangers or with people we know where we learn very little about them. Instead, we end up talking about ourselves or get distracted by what's around us. And so you end up less popular than you'd liked or with less meaningful connections than you'd hoped. The issue is that you haven't grasped the key to making people like you, which is to make them feel important. This is a deep desire that we all have, and when someone can satisfy it through conversation, we can't help but be drawn to them. And this can't be achieved by saying, "Yeah, I've done that too," every time someone tells you something, or by complaining about your life. Making someone feel important involves actively listening to them, talking to them about their interests, and showing a sincere appreciation for them. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can develop this skill to make people like you. How many times have you been talking to someone only for them to interrupt you and start talking about themselves? This can be frustrating to say the least, but on a deeper level, that person risks having people resent them, as they are showing that their ego and their sense of importance is above their desire to connect with you. They are neglecting the most crucial conversational skill, which is a gateway to the other skills, and that is to listen. The people you talk to are far more interested in themselves, their own wants and issues, than they are in you, or anything else for that matter. So if you want to be liked, you must be willing to listen. This does not just mean allowing the other person to talk whilst being ready to speak for yourself. It means showing them that you are truly engaged in what they are saying and encouraging them to speak about themselves, which can be as simple as asking them about their hometown or showing curiosity in their hobbies. To do this, you can't be distracted by your phone or by random thoughts. You must give your full attention to that person. And when they feel that you are truly focused on them, then they will speak to you for potentially hours on end without you even having to speak much yourself. People simply love to talk about themselves, and this isn't a good or a bad thing, it's just how we are wired. So if you can genuinely listen without coming across as fake, you'll find it far easier to be liked. This is because you are showing that person that what they have to say is important to you, and that they are worth your time. It's very difficult for someone not to like you when you do this. This follows from the previous point of being a good listener and takes it to the next level, as now you're going to give the conversation a direction to head in. So when you're present and you're focusing on someone and listening to them, you'll naturally pick up on what they like and what they are interested in. You'll then do yourself a great service by talking to them about what they are interested in, instead of doing what most people do, which is only talk about what they want to talk about. You don't need to pretend like you love a particular show or music band like the other person does, but you can find out what it is that they like about them and simply talk to them about it. Doing this makes the other person feel understood and interesting themselves, and there's the added benefit of learning more about them as they talk more about what they like, which is useful if you want to progress your relationship with them. Everyone appreciates it when you talk to them about their interests, especially when they know that you're not a big fan of it yourself, or even that you're not familiar with it. After all, it's easy to relate to someone when your interests align, but when they don't, and yet you're still encouraging them to talk about it, you're making them feel important. Essentially, this point is about being nice to people. When you show someone sincere appreciation, you will stick out to them. Everyone knows what it's like to receive flattery or inauthentic praise when someone's about to ask you a favor. But when you can satisfy someone's craving to be truly recognized and appreciated, that is when you will really make them feel important. Look for something positive in someone that isn't immediately obvious or that you don't think many people would comment on, and offer them genuine praise for it. Many people receive a lot of compliments for how they look, but not for what they've achieved. And many people would like some recognition for the efforts they've put in to make their house or their car or their outfit look a certain way. It's up to you, through carefully listening to and observing this person, to give them sincere appreciation. This is the best possible way that you can make people like you, and it's not manipulative because you're not trying to get something from the other person. What you are getting is the satisfaction of making them feel worthy. And yes, you could argue that wanting to be liked is an ulterior motive, but in reality, it's a perfectly normal desire to have, especially if you're struggling to be liked at the moment. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you now see how making people feel important is the key to making them like you. Subscribe for more life advice, and I'll see you in my next video.